Let us learn the concept of histogram. It is a series of adjacent rectangles erected on x-axis with base as class intervals or extended class intervals if required. The height of the rectangle is proportional to the corresponding class frequency. Now in bracket it is given the classes are required to be of same width. And note, in histogram, adjacent rectangles means there is no gap in between the consecutive rectangles. And histogram is drawn only for frequency distribution. Now you have been given the points how to draw the histogram. And with one example we will take. Here, make class interval continuous if they are not continuous. We call it as extended class intervals. And we had written, I was writing continuous classes also we write. Take extended class intervals on x-axis. You have to take frequency on y-axis. Draw rectangles on x-axis with base as extended class intervals. Take height of rectangles proportional to corresponding frequency. Now this mark is given. This is called as crink mark. This sign on x-axis is called as crink mark. See here. This. The sign on x-axis is called as crink mark. It shows that the x-axis is shrunk. It looks as if the x-axis is folded. It helps us to use the graph paper carefully. The graph occupies maximum part of graph paper. Such a mark can be used on y-axis also. So here also in your textbook this one example is given where you have been asked here to know about histogram. You study this example. See how to draw it. So first thing you see the table below shows the net asset value per unit of mutual funds of some companies, and you have to draw the histogram. So here 8 to 9, 10 to 11, 12 to 13, 14 to 15, 16 to 17. These are all classes given, and number of mutual funds is your frequency. Now as I told you, first you have to check whether the classes are continuous or not. If they are continuous, very good. If they are not continuous, you have to make them continuous by reducing 0.5 from the lower limit and increasing 0.5 to the upper limit. So here if you see 8 to 9, after that there is 10, right? So upper limit is not equal to lower limit. Now 11 is the upper limit, 12 is the lower limit here. Upper limit is not equal to lower limit. So you have to make the classes continuous. So here see, continuous classes are given to you and frequency is given to you. Now here x-axis, I hope you know what is the x-axis. You have to draw the x-axis, and on x-axis you have to take these continuous classes which I just discussed with you all. They are also called as extended classes. So now here on the y-axis you will take frequency. Frequency, that is number of mutual funds. And as the steps are given to you, see here. Method of drawing a histogram. If the given classes are not continuous, make them continuous. That is being done. Such classes are called as extended class intervals. Show the classes on the x-axis. Classes are shown on the x-axis. With the proper scale you have to take. See here, scale is written here. Scale. X-axis 1 centimeter is equal to rupees 2. And on y-axis 1 centimeter is equal to 5. See, from 0 to 5. Now here, if you see that 5 to 10, 10 to 15, 15 to 20, 1 unit is 5. And here 7.5 to 9.5. 1 unit is 2. Okay, so it's written here on x-axis 1 centimeter is equal to rupees 2. 9.5 to 11.5. Differences of 2 units. Differences of 2 units. So 1 unit is 2 on the x-axis, and here 1 unit is 5. on the y-axis. Now here this crank part also I'll explain you all. So on the y-axis always frequency, on the x-axis always you will have classes, and crank mark y, that also I will tell you. Now taking each class on as the base, this is the base. Draw proper rectangles with heights proportional to the frequencies. See here the for class 7.5 to 9.5, what is the frequency given here? 20. So if you see here properly, rectangle has to be drawn 20. From 7.5 to 9.5, you are drawing a rectangle, right? Here you will take, see, 20. Now it's 9.5 to 11.5. This is full class, no? 9.5 to 11.5. So from here, what is given here? Frequency is 40. 11.5 to 13.5, you have been given. See here. 11.5 to 13.5. For this class, the frequency is 30. So you have to show the frequency like this. Okay, 30. Then from 13.5 to 15.5, frequency is 25. See here, frequency is 25. Then 15.5 to 17.5, the frequency is 15. See here, 15.5 to 17.5. So like this you have to draw the rectangles, and as you can see, there is no gap between any two rectangles. That is the main difference between a bar diagram and a histogram. That for a histogram, you are not going to keep gaps in between. Now I would like to also explain you all the concept of crank. Here, see here, this figure you can see is, the circle is being marked like this. This is called as a crank. Now why are we going to use crank, that I will show you. See, on the x-axis a mark, okay, this mark is called the crank mark, and it is shown between the origin and the first class. See, this is the origin, point of intersection of x-axis and y-axis is called as origin. Here is your origin, and it is represented by the point O. Now see here, it means there are no observation up to the first class. The mark can be used on the y-axis also if needed. This enables us to draw a graph of optimum size. Optimum size means the way you want it, maximum space you can use on the graph paper if we are going to use the crank mark. Now see here. Now why crank mark? With the figure also I will be explaining you again. See, from here if you see, the first class, it starts from 7.5 to 9.5, right? If you are going to show the previous classes also, see, I've just drawn and I have shown you all why crank mark. See, here I have shown here frequency on the y-axis and classes on the x-axis. If I am going to waste my time in showing 1.5, see, this is 1 centimeter, from here this is 1.5, this is 2.5, 3.5, 4.5, 5.5, 6.5, 7.5. Now these all classes from 1.5 to 2.5, 2.5 to 3.5, 3.5 to 4.5, these all I don't need them. Now according to the sum, from 7.5 to 9.5, this is our first class which is required, and these all classes, they are not required. And if I am going to show them, it will be a waste of my time and energy. So the statement says that it enables us to draw a graph to optimum size, and this is, see, 9.5 will come here. So why should I waste my space, so much of space on the graph paper by showing all this? So what actually the crank means, that there are no observation up to the first class. Means from here to here there are no observations, no classes we are showing. Okay, so that our graph paper, we will need lot of space properly to present our data which is given to you. If crink mark is there, no wastage of this space. After that, here if I am showing 9.5, what about my remaining classes? 11.5, 30, where will I show them? Right? So I have to show crink mark. I hope you have understood the meaning of crink mark. This way you have to draw the histogram, and with practice set practically I will show you how to draw the histogram with the help of graph paper.